Welcome to Two Cents Tuesday. Back in 2019, when our country, St. Lucia, celebrated 40 years as an independent nation, I shared the following thoughts on Facebook. 1, it's okay to be critical of the government without supporting the opposition. 2, it's okay to be critical of the opposition without supporting the government. 3, it's okay to praise a positive action of the government and still support the opposition. 4, it's okay to publicly recognize the hard work and contributions of a previous administration, even though you did not support that administration. 5, it's okay to acknowledge the good work of a member of the government, even though your party is in opposition. 6, it's okay to admit you made a mistake without worrying that you're scoring points for your opponent. 7, it's okay to point out that someone is repeating the same mistake you made previously without being hypocritical. 8, it's okay to participate and enjoy independence anniversary celebrations or any other celebrations, national celebrations, even though your party is not in power. 9, it's not okay for an administration to deny someone an opportunity for a job, a promotion, a scholarship, or contract because they did not support the ruling party. And number 10, it's not okay to give preferential treatment to someone in anything that involves the use of state resources simply because they support your party, the party in power. Those thoughts ended with a plea that as our country turned 40, we would stop dividing our most valuable resource, our human resources, our people, and stop marginalizing some of them or making little use of them simply because of their political affiliation or the color of t-shirt that they wore. Unfortunately, things are not getting better. The situation has worsened over the 4 years since I shared those thoughts. With every passing year, our country has become more polarized and more divided. With some of us, there is no longer right and wrong based on principle. Some of us determine what is right and wrong based on the identity and often the political affiliation of the perpetrator or the victim. Some of us have lost our moral bearings, or at the very least, we are comfortable compromising these at the altar of party politics. What is even more shocking is how our support for individuals can change overnight, again, based on political affiliation. The same person who we vilify and excoriate one day because he or she is our political nemesis, we start to defend passionately and unreservedly the day he or she comes over to our side. That doesn't make sense. We have also lost the ability to constructively debate an issue. For some of us, once someone does not agree with our point of view, we abandon the established principles of civilized discussion and we revert to name calling, hurling insults, and digging up the past of that person like archaeologists on an ancient gravesite. Unfortunately, Facebook has provided a fertile medium for this type of behavior. Not content with having a one-on-one debate with someone on an issue, some of us will even resort to tagging those of our Facebook friends who we know share our point of view and are equally belligerent in their debating style. So we recruit our social media army to fight our social media war over very simple issues. At the end of the day, nothing changes because the conversations are destructive rather than constructive. There is no compromise, no middle ground, no progression, no eureka moment. Everyone just becomes more entrenched in their positions and more distrustful of those who hold contrary positions. This behavior has facilitated the emergence of a breed of politicians who have now come to demand unequivocal, unwavering, and unabashed loyalty expressed in the most vocal and public ways, as often as possible. Or is it the other way around? Do we behave that way because our current crop of politicians expects us to? I'm not sure which one came first. What is clear is that our politicians no longer want to be told what they are doing is wrong or where they could have taken a different approach. What our political leaders expect is for their supporters to break out into synchronized choruses of how great thou art every time their names are mentioned. They want to live in a comfortable echo chamber where they are exposed only to the opinions and beliefs that align with theirs. And no party, no color is immune from this. It is something that has spread throughout both parties. This is not conducive to good governance. And it certainly does not create an environment where all citizens feel empowered and engaged. Instead, what it does is leave a large segment of the citizenry feeling disempowered and disenfranchised. So, the natural impulse of this group, is to work to remove from office the people who they see responsible for their discomfort and vote into office the party or the group of people they believe will give them a voice. Therefore, every 5 years, as we have seen since December 2006, the cycle repeats itself. And we, the sons and daughters of St. Lucia, are the biggest losers. I remain convinced that we can do better. Even though Lucian Facebook and many of our local talk shows try their best to disabuse me of my optimism, I guess I continue to take comfort in the inspiring words of Margaret Mead, who said, and I quote, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has," unquote. Thank you for viewing another episode of 2 Cents Tuesday. Have a safe and productive week. Goodbye.